Hello, everyone. Just thought I would pop on for a little chat. I don't know how many of you I didn't share or anything, so you may be watching it after the fact. But I wanted to introduce you to Piper. This is our new puppy. We've had him several weeks. He was 4 months old when we got him from the animal shelter. It was at a no-kill shelter, but someone had evidently had him as a pup and he just was too much. And they had just brought him in that Tuesday when we came on a Friday, I think it was. And he was so scared. On his paperwork, they had written scared. And he's a very sweet dog. And he's not the dog we went down there to get. Um, had talked to him and looked at this 2-year-old hound. I forgot what kind. I think a red tick or something. I don't know, some sort of dog. And we got down there, and that dog tried to bite us through the crate and through the cage thing. And one of the people, um, just want you to sit still. One of the people working there said, "Well, you'll have to kind of be patient. He's he has to get used to you." I was okay. They said he doesn't like men, and I said, doesn't like men scared or doesn't like men bite? And they said bite. And I said, well, that won't work. And I have a son, I have a son in law, I have a grandson, I have a great, it just wouldn't work. So we were walking through and we almost, would you stop? No bite. Um, we almost brought this big, huge greyhound looking dog. He was so sweet. He was, I think, a year old. And we fell in love with him, but he was too strong and too big. When Ken handed me the leash, I couldn't even. Would you stop? No, bite. Tell these people that you are a biting machine. If the camera was pointed down, you would see where he has practically destroyed our house. He shreds paper everywhere. But anyway, that other dog was so sweet, we almost brought him home too. But we were walking through the hall, and there was no room at the shelter, and they had his little crate out in the hall. And I went by and I asked the lady, "What's wrong with that little dog? He just looked like he was about to die sick." And they said nothing. And so I just thought, well, he doesn't have any personality. So we came back through again, and I looked at him again, and I said, "That's an awful sweet and pretty dog." And they said, "Do you want to look at him?" I thought, well, okay. They let him out, and he was all over the place in the lobby, chasing a cat and everything. So he was scared, is what it was. But I do believe that someone had him and relinquished him because they couldn't handle him. He's the type puppy you have to have a crate for when you're not here, or you wouldn't have a house when you got back. And my daughter had a huge Labrador crate that she let us use, and for him, it's a nice size crate. So he is pretty much housebroken. When we got him, he was almost 4 months old, and he had to have been in someone's home to. I don't know the details, but he's doing really well on his housebreaking. Um, Maybe we're the ones that's trained. I don't know, but he does not use it in his crate when we're gone. Piper, calm down. Here, get on your stool. He has a little stool he sits on when we're in here in the office doing stuff. And he gets between us on this stool. Hi, Carol. We got another dog. Took us a while. Um, after losing two, and then my son lost his blue tick, I don't know, several months after we did. Actually, the blue tick died while they were down well, he got almost died and then died the next day when my daughter in law's father died. And they were down at the funeral home, and we were looking after the dog and knew something was wrong. But anyway, we lost, Max, and then we lost Belle. And we were just to the point we said we didn't want any more dogs. And I was going to get new carpet. And Ken kept putting off, and I knew then that he wanted another dog at some point. Belle passed away, I want to say a year ago. We've had so much going on. My daughter's pregnant, but that big dog we almost adopted, we were worried with our grandson. He's almost 4, and then the new baby coming that that dog was just too. He was joyously rambunctious, but he was too strong and too big for our situation. We have a fenced yard and everything, but it just would be too much. So we ended up with this puppy, and we tend to keep looking at each other, going, "What were we thinking?" But we're a little too old to take on a puppy. Yes, my daughter's due in July, and her son that we babysit will be 4 in April. So we're busy, and today I'm home because I have had a backache since we had the C word a few weeks ago, and it's doing better today. I've been alternating heat and cold, but that's why I'm home today instead of with Ken babysitting at my daughter's. But Piper has a veterinarian well check at 3:15 this afternoon, so he gets a second puppy shot. Hi, Rommel. Well, thank you. You're so kind. We will hopefully be on. If you'll look behind me here, I hate anybody to see it. I have got tubs and tubs of stuff that I've got to get out of here. Jewelry and jewelry making supplies. I do have some watches, Rommel. Oh, Piper, you're falling off. Get back up here. But we'll probably wait till a span of time when my son-in-law's out of school, so we'll have some time home. He's a teacher, so when he's out of school, unless he has some sort of ball practice, we're there. But Piper, stop! You stop! He's got my dress. No, but he is all puppy and just about more than we can handle at our age. But we're trying. And get right here. The last week, I think it was, we had all these tree people that Appalachian Power sent to cut down the tree line in the power lines behind us, and he just thoroughly enjoyed that, and it was a real pain because they kept leaving the gate open. They were coming through our yard, hauling stuff to the chipper and stuff, and uh, they'd leave the back gate open, and we had all that going on. Would you stop it? Go get one of your toys. Now look, no bite, no bite. But anyway, he's one of those kind of puppies, all puppy. And my daughter keeps reminding me that's puppy rule. But his big thing is shoes. He loves shoes. And our laundry room's downstairs as you come in through the garage, and he slips down there. We don't have any way of really closing off the downstairs because it's a split foyer. But he goes down there and goes in the laundry room where we usually were put during the pandemic, started putting our shoes off down there instead of coming up, into the carpet and stuff. And he sneaks down there and gets a shoe. Well, he's made him a doggy door at the back door and made a big. Belle had started it and he finished it in the screen. So if the weather's nice, we like to leave that open and sit there at the kitchen bar and watch TV and drink coffee. And look in the camera. And anyway, he goes downstairs, and what he was doing and still does is gets our shoes and hauls them out into the backyard, and we don't realize it. And at one point, he likes to get underclothing too, and he makes piles of underclothing at the top of the foyer where people who come in, there's your dirty laundry. And he'd hauled some of Ken's out into the backyard. And anyway, but we've got to replace that screen, but we're kind of just holding off because he'll probably just tear it up too. So, but he is like a Ken said we should have named him Piper Demo. Our little grandson named him Piper. He wanted to call him Bingo, so we call him Piper Bingo. But the little boys across the street are about to drive us nuts, coming over and knocking on the door to play with him. And but anyway, my eyes, goodness, it's running. I hope everyone's doing well. I see Carol and Rommel and okay, Piper, get your stool. Um, if you can see all over our tables and things, Ken and I have gotten into art, and uh, neither one of us have ever had any artistic leanings at all, or talent, or anything. And it's been the most relaxing um, thing we've done. And Ken likes to do oil paint, which it's bothering me, which in and of itself is good. It's just messy. I don't, I think I like the whole thing, but I don't like to do anything that has that much cleanup and stuff. But I did have the window crack because even the paint kind of has a strong. This is just a little third bedroom we work out of, and Piper, stop. And but I'm kind of dabbling in different stuff to see what I like. But the big accomplishment for me was when I read the book Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. And I started drawing, and never in all my over 35 years have been able to draw. And ouch, would you get up here and quit biting my toes? And I joined a group on Facebook called Daily Drawing Challenge. And they give you um, a reference photo every day to draw. Hi, Mike. I have on some of your earrings. I was thinking when I put these on, I've been wearing them about every day. I don't know what kind of hooks you use, but your earrings are the most comfortable of any earrings that I wear. This is our new monster. Get up here and let Mike see. Ugh. He's supposed to be part collie and part possibly beagle, but I'm not sure yet, but he is in puppy mode, and I hope we get out of it real soon. But Ken's at my daughter's with Parker, and I'm supposed to be home resting my back, but you see how much I'm resting. This is probably what's wrong with my back. But he sleeps with us, which never in all of our marriage years of 100 years has Ken ever let a dog sleep with us or get on the bed or the couch or anything like that. And this dog sleeps between us, sometimes with his head on the pillows. So he's going to be totally spoiled. And he does get calm. He doesn't act like this all the time. I don't know how animals can sense when you're on the air. Belle used to always know when we were on. And but anyway, he's got the collie rough on his neck, but it's not as full as a full-blooded collie. But he sheds. So anyway, but we're always saying, what were we thinking? Tell him hello. Won't you tell him hello? Tell him I just like to bite. Here. Those of you in our auction who know Sonia, she was over here last Saturday, and she hadn't seen him, and she was holding him, and he literally, if she would look away from him to tell my son something over, he was sitting in the chair over there. If she would look that way, the dog would nip at her face to look at him. He wanted her undivided attention. She's an animal person too. She rescues horses, and so she fell in love with Belle, and Belle really liked Sonia. I mean, Belle. Shoo, how long am I going to call? I actually call this dog every dog we've ever had's name. I've called my son had a dog when he was little called Bebo, and I've called him Bebo. We had a collie named Peepie, and I've called him Peepie. So he's had every kind of name. But sometimes I just yell, dog, no dog. When you say dog, he looks at you. But anyway, um, I got some gift cards for Christmas, and I had been saving them until I finished the drawing challenges in the archive of this group I'm in. And the um, number was over 3,000, I think, like 3,300 drawings. And I mean, these aren't masterpieces, they're just, you're just completing a drawing that, a line drawing's what I'm trying to say. Most of them weren't shaded and stuff. He's going to lie down in the hall, hopefully. I'm probably terribly allergic to this dog. My eyes bother me. But anyway, um, I've been buying art supplies with the stuff. I wouldn't let myself buy anything until I got through all of those drawing challenges, like they do in Italy, where you're not allowed to hold a paintbrush until you've spent like a year or two with a pencil. So anyway, I started spending my Christmas gift cards, and then plus I received some gifts too. So I'm accumulating art supplies. So I've got a lot of jewelry supplies. I went through and kind of paired out what I want to keep and what I had just been accumulating, and I still have a massive amount. But my with my back like it's been leaning over going through beads and stuff, it's not something I'm going to do right now. But I do. Piper, hold on just a minute. What are you doing? Oh, okay. He's got his water dish. He's fine. Or his food dish. Uh, but I probably will be having a really big jewelry making supply haul, like beads and not really findings as such, maybe a few, but pendants and things that I've accumulated. Plus, I have one humongous, lay down. He just came and landed on his stool. Uh, I have this one tub of like commercially packaged pendants and things to like from Michaels or somewhere like that. But anybody got anything cool going on you want to share? If you've got an upcoming show or sale, put the link in there. I'd be glad to have you do that. I made something a couple weeks ago that I've never made before, and it was a horse necklace actually for a horse. And I was telling you all that my friend Sonia does horse photography, and she needed, they call them something, rhythm necklaces. My cousin said she didn't need one, but they actually usually have little bells on them so that they can tell. It calms the horse down when he's walking along. Something doesn't spook him as badly if the little bells are ringing as they walk. So I had to do I think it was originally we said 60-inch thing. And it ended up being a lot longer than that. I ended up adding an extender and some more inches. But it had like a silver pendant here with crystals, check crystals, and real pearls hanging off of it. And then glass beads and stones and pearls all the way around. And that was the first time I've ever done that. They actually sell quite high, but I don't know that I want to get into manufacturing those on any kind of regularity. But we were homesick at the time anyway, and so I didn't have much to do. But I would like sometime to come on and discuss anybody who's had the recent C word, what their experience was. But YouTube seems to frown on that, so I'm not going to do that. But it wasn't as bad as the last time we had it. So anyway, um, I've been how to put it. My goal, I guess, when I got into this art journey was to do portraits, and I have been doing some. And now I'm kind of trying to do some other stuff too. But I've not found anything quite as much engrossing as art. And I always thought I had no ability to do any art, and anyone can learn to draw. Actually, they should be teaching children in school how to draw. You can teach someone how to draw, just like I can used to teach children how to play piano. I would have recitals and stuff. I mean, I taught piano for years, and you can teach a child that wants to learn. If a child doesn't want to learn and doesn't want to practice a little bit, it is hard to teach them to play. But I decided that if I could learn to play piano and organ, and I could learn to do art. And in honesty, I find art so much more interesting than music now. But I wanted to show you a couple of things I've gotten, and I ordered two of these because it was so awesome that I ordered another one. What this is a Fiskars pencil sharpener. Here's the packaging on the second one I ordered. They're $2.20 on Amazon. Of course, we have Prime, so there's no delivery fee. These are the best pencil sharpeners I have ever seen. You lift this off, and the peelings are inside. Usually, what I was looking for when I bought this was a colored pencil sharpener, and this works so well for colored pencils, which are kind of a challenge to sharpen. And let me open it and show you. It's a little difficult to open. There we go. Dump that out. I told Ken we need to save those. People make potpourri out of pencil shavings. But anyway, you've got a crayon sharpener and a colored pencil, or it is really good for just regular drawing pencils too. But then it snaps back on. So I know that those metal blades will, they're already a little duller than they were. So I ordered another one because I just figured anything that good won't last long. And I had already ordered this pencil sharpener, which is battery powered, and it's pretty good. It's a ZUUKOO. But I had another one I completely wore out during the course of doing all mine. Ken is taking this humongous trash bag of drawing up to the fire pit later that I cleaned out yesterday. I had 4 notebooks and then another whole thing of just loose sheets where I had done all that drawing. And there's really, it's something to do with your brain hand connection or something, but I did it. Well, I'm going to hop off here. I wanted to come on and just kind of say hello and tell you guys to be looking for a couple of sales coming up. I'm not sure exactly when. One may be spring break. And it's not the sales that are the problem, it's the shipping and invoicing and all that. With our schedule, it's just really hard. And we used to could cram all that into 3 days. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays were crazy. But as we've gotten older, it's just a little bit harder in not sleeping and stuff. So, well, thank you all for coming in. And the dog's finally quieted down. I'll probably have to go use some eye drops to get the allergy, hit all that fur up in my face. I hold him a lot, but he's not usually wrestling around that much. Usually, if you hold him, he just cuddles up and lays there. But he's all pup, and you'll probably be seeing more of him. Our dogs usually become part of our YouTube just by virtue of the fact that they're in here on top of us. So Belle, some way, always knew we were on YouTube, and we don't know how, but she did. And I don't know. Max couldn't really have cared less, but Belle seemed to be really sensitive that we were on YouTube. Well, guys, thanks again. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for coming in.